Rams the third, Patriots second with 6.4, and the Commanders at 5.6.
Not bad. Not
It's
bad
not
at
bad.
all.
They have a revenue of 544 and operating income of 130. Is it worth it to spend 50 million in
Legal fees?
legal fees to get another minus cost, another 50 million on top of your valuation? Is it worth it?
Yep.
Maybe. It's the time as well. You're gonna be in court for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
You gotta weigh in the pros and cons in this case.
Yeah. And my suspicion, and this is based on nothing, guys,
You don't
nothing.
know
But
nothing over
I don't
here.
know anything. But perhaps,
Oh,
yeah.
It's gonna say something wild.
So no, no. So if you, although it's not official, or at least as far as I'm aware of, it's not official. We are in a recession. Yeah, we're in bad financial times, and in bad financial times where people have financial problems, companies have financial problems. They need cash if they don't have liquid cash. And if you can solve their problems, you can, for example, buy shares for pennies on the dollar. So if you know a company is needs cash, they need, or maybe a shareholder needs cash, right? And you will present, so you can just come and say, okay, well, how much is your shares, are your shares worth? Okay, $100 per share. Well, I have the money you want, but I
You skipped a step.
okay,
You gotta
tell me.
get the information about the company, so you know what they would accept.
Well,
You gotta
yeah,
some information, of course.
yeah, but but I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, you're not going to just
Pop up on the
put
front.
money. Yeah. But so then you can get, or maybe you can get houses, real estate, houses on foreclosure, or apartment
Mm,
complexes, buildings
mm.
on foreclosure. So
BlackRock is selling everything. I heard.
yeah, so allegedly, you heard,
No,
they so yeah, guys, I'm the lawyer, so I use allegedly, even if I know
Nelly
something to
Willy.
be true.
You're
No, no,
saying
no, not willy nilly. Even if I know something to be true, because
okay.
you never know. Unless you
Mm.
see it, you
Continue,
saw it on the,
continue while I'm
yeah,
looking it up.
yeah. So it's like so I believe that's actually what I was saying. I believe that that's the reason why they are, or Jay-Z went liquid, or one of the reasons. It can be either that, or it could be that he has financial problems himself and needs the cash to pay off debt. That's also a possibility, which would mean that he's selling his stocks pennies on the dollar. That can also be the case, but I personally think it's the former, because Jay-Z has shown, throughout the years, that he knows how to do business. They say, so they say, if you it's small money makes small money, big money makes big money. So Jay-Z definitely has big money, and he has shown that he knows how to go from small money to bigger money to bigger money to billion-dollar money. So I think we can expect to see a move.
Definitely, I do think he'll definitely make a move. I mean, well, since we're talking about that, we might as well continue on this is part. Um, it's either he's gonna buy it in smaller companies or big companies, or maybe he's trying to aim for something big,
like a like
like
a
NFL team. Uh,
oh,
word on the street is they trying to get Schneider from the Washington Commanders also known as the Washington, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, before the name change, the rebrand. They're trying. NFL is trying to put the uh, the current owner, and maybe Jay Z is trying to be not the first colored owner, but maybe the first big name, large stake black owner.
Actually, with a big stake, because guys, remember he had a stake in the Brooklyn Nets. Well,
That-
well, in percentage wise, it was not a lot, right? In money wise, it was a lot, of course, uh, because you don't need to own 50% of anything. But the way they it's
They
I don't think
sold it.
it's the way they sold it. Like Jay Z owns the Brooklyn Nets. Of
Yeah.
course, they did it because you if you have a Jay Z, a New Yorker as a owner, then people would support. But apparently, he didn't have a lot of stocks, and he was or
Right?
they tried to ridicule him. But I forgot on what show it was where he said, "Yeah, well, if you talk about, I mean, you can look at a percentage, but if you look at the actual amount of the money, then it's actually
Uh,
not mm,
it
by
was
far
one
most of you
percent, one
by
percent
far
for 4.5
1%
for $4.5 million.
he had 1%. Yeah, that's nothing. But the way they broadcasted it, you would think that he had
Part owner. Yeah,
at least 10. You would thought at least.
yeah. Well, that Russian dude thought differently. By the way, it's resold by now, right?
Yeah, they sold
That's
it.
a different old owner.
Yeah,
Owner
they
these
sold.
days.
Yeah, he sold it a couple of years ago, I think. Yeah, and the new
Oh no, it wasn't
owner.
even. Wait a second. Now I'm finding the real. It wasn't not even 1%. It was 0.15%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's even worse than one.
But for 4.5.
Let me see. Jesus. 0.15. Mm, Well, he sold it to Jason Kidd, so probably it wasn't that much. I cannot find the actual amount. Say here the word. Ah, I need to start paying Forbes.
Guess so.
They had I have all the no name brand website that have numbers on it. They have here some have Forbes claimed that Jay-Z owns 0.066%, valued at 350. Others have mentioned he owns 0.2%. Oh, that's 2 million. It's all over the place. So I cannot confirm the exact amount. Guys, let us know in the chat, in the comments, how much it actually is. Because it seems to me like it's somewhere between the 300,000 and 2 million. Somewhere. Have you found anything?
Oh no, no.
Okay. But it's somewhere in that range.
But yeah, but I mean the exact amount. So just the bottom of the line is that
It wasn't a month.
he,
It wasn't a lot.
yeah,
I'm not gonna say
you're the
I feel
number.
about it, but
Yes, so you're the number guy. So I let you do to figure out the details. But
uh,
it wasn't. To me, that's not the essence. As a lawyer, I always say, well, you need to find the report. Tell me what the, let's say if there's a financial aspect, I always say, let me know from your from an accountant or your bookkeeper what the number is, and I can work with it. I don't need to calculate it myself.
okay. Can
So
you count? That's how everyone says they who cannot count or who cannot read. Read it for me. While you cannot read. I want to say a name. I want to say a name, but I like the guy too much.
All
Should
right.
I say the name?
No, let it go, man.
You know who I'm gonna say. Already know who I'm gonna say. I like the
Let it
guy
go.
too
Let it
much.
go.
He
Let
was
it go.
yeah,
Let it go. Let it go.
he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
I want him. I want him on the show one day, man. So
Okay, okay. He's a great guy though. Well, you might be right on that one. You have to
yes,
burn the bridge before the bridge is built.
yeah. We burned it before we got there. Uh, no, but
Oh,
yeah. So maybe he wants a bigger stake. Oftentimes, you see when people want to acquire NFL teams or other big purchases, they often group up as well, right? So that also might be something. But maybe so I think as a investor, you want to move up as much as possible. So if you want to start at 1% for 4.5 billion million, for example, then you do that, and people will ridicule you. But that 4.5 can turn into 9 in a couple of years, or 7 or whatever. You take it out, you invest in something, maybe you get 5% in that company.
no, you keep
So,
gotta keep
yeah. So maybe,
stacking.
yeah. So we don't know what his ultimate plan is, but if he decides to buy NFL team or any other big purchase, he might be in the position now to get an even bigger stake.
Let's hope he buys the Commanders, or maybe it's gonna be a joint venture with Bezos. Bezos has also been rumored to be interested in the uh,
But
in
the
the
command,
Washington Commanders.
but the Commanders though,
Dude, all NFL
Is
teams are
Washington a
making
big
money.
market?
All
What it?
NFL teams are making money. Some are making hand over fist. I have to say, Washington is. I don't know. Let me see how much their revenue is over the year.
Because by far the best, the most lucrative team is the Cowboys.
Yeah, and then the Patriots, and after that, there's a bunch of them that are making good money as well. But those are not on sale, so you gotta get what you can get
Yeah,
as a owner. A lot of these teams are not on sale. The other one that might be on sale in the future is Chargers, but that family allegedly is broke. Allegedly, or there
yeah,
is infeuding. So you know how that goes. And when there's infeud, people don't agree, and the money starts moving around, or they
yeah,
don't want to spend money, and that turns into a bigger problem.
yeah. Every family has an Antonio Brown.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so they are right now. If you look at, I'm on.
You share the screen.
Yes, I'm gonna share my screen right away. So you have the Dallas Cowboys around the 8 billions. Jerry Jones. If you Jerry Jones story is amazing, dude. If you hear if you just look back at it, the guy over leveraged to buy the Cowboys. In the beginning, he didn't have the apparently he didn't have the money to pay the electric bill for some of his some of the buildings they had on the camp.
Wow.
He really over leveraged, but look at him now. 8 billion, the biggest.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow.
Rams the third, Patriots second with 6.4, and the Commanders at 5.6.
Not bad. Not
It's
bad
not
at
bad.
all.
They have a revenue of 544 and operating income of 130. But it's a big difference though. Look at this. They have an operating income of 466
Yeah. And a
and a
revenue
revenue
of
of
1 billion.
1 billion. I gotta love Jerry, man. Gotta love Jerry. But yeah, so this is one of the things that he might be venturing into, or
Yeah.
another company he might want to buy up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.